Mr. Adams, if you'll stand right there and be sworn, please.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
All right, Mr. Adams, have a seat, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions before you begin, Mr. Bates, okay? Mr. Adams,
Yes, sir.
you understand that you have counsel present with you today? That's Ms. Gentry, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you been advised that you do not have to testify in this proceeding?
Yes, sir.
Is it your desire to waive your rights under the Fifth Amendment and proceed with testimony today?
Yes, sir.
If you have any questions during the process of this questioning and you need to speak to Ms. Gentry, will you tell me that you'll raise your hand and let us know, and I'll give you an opportunity to do that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand, Ms. Gentry, if you have some objection that you'd like to stop the proceeding, I'm going to allow you to do that as well.
Yes, sir.
All right. To state, Mr. Bates, you satisfied with how I've arranged this?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes.
you. Mr. Bates, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. And this testimony, the relevance is for proof of actual innocence, all matters regarding the video and digital evidence in question, which includes ineffective assistance of counsel, prosecutorial misconduct, violations of Brady obligations, as well as evidence of ineffective assistance of counsel regarding matters that it's anticipated this witness might authenticate.
All right, and you said something about the videos. Is that separate videos, or is this a video that was excluded?
Not the Autry video.
Okay.
It'll be the state labeled BP video
All right, the video
of the
of
ATM.
the ATM.
And a second video.
Okay, those haven't been introduced yet.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Hold on one second, though. Mr. Chavis, you good for these explanations? What we're trying to follow? You good with that? What we're trying to follow and apply? Go ahead, Mr. Bates.
Okay, Mr. Adams, can you sit up and speak into the microphone for my benefit, please?
Yes, sir.
Can you, you stated your name. How old are you?
John Adams.
Okay, how old are you?
37.
37. And tell me, how far did you get in school?
I went all the way through tech school.
Okay. And did you graduate high school?
Yes, sir.
And what tech school did you go to?
Lexington Technology.
Okay. Do you understand what the truth is?
Yes, sir.
What's your definition of the truth?
Telling the truth. I mean,
Okay.
no lies.
Okay.
No lies in it.
All right. If I told you I was in a green suit, would that be the truth?
No, you're not in a green suit.
All right. What if a bunch of people told you I was in a green suit? Would that make me in a green suit? You understand the importance of the truth.
Yes, sir.
You understand the importance of telling the judge the truth.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the court has given you the ability, if you don't like any of my questions, you can ask to speak to your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to take you to April 13th, 2011. All right? Now, at that time, what kind of vehicle did you have the ability to drive?
An 06 Silverado.
Okay. And I'll pass you one document for the court, one for the witness. And it's about on the 6th page, Mr. Adams. There's a series of photos.
believe there are 13 pages here. That sound accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
At this stage, for identification, we at Exhibit 7 now.
It'll be marked just for identification at this.
Yes.
Mr. Adams, do you see the page beginning with a bunch of photos of a vehicle?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Does this reflect the '06 Silverado that you owned?
Yes, sir.
And that is marked for identification, Your Honor.
And these are just the 5 pages of truck photos. Mr. Bates, it's still gonna be collective Exhibit 7, but he's authenticated the photos.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Objections to that, Ms. Wyrick?
No, Your
All
Honor.
right. Yes. Does he need to keep that, Mr. Bates?
No, Your Honor.
Just for identification at this stage, Madam Court Reporter.
You ready? Mr. Adams, do you remember the day Holly Bobo was abducted? April 13th, 2011.
Yes.
Now, did you have any part in the abduction, raping, or killing Miss Bobo?
No, sir.
Were you present when anything took place?
No, sir. I was nowhere around.
Where were you?
I was in town.
Okay.
Me and my brother was in town. We was getting gas and going somewhere. I can't remember exactly where we went, but we was somewhere in the middle of town.
If you can turn behind you. And I'll tell you when
All right, defendant, or excuse me, the witness is being shown a video on the overall screen, so.
That's good. Mr. Adams, I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. All right. Play and stop. Stop. Now, Mr. Adams, can you go back to this vehicle in question? Do you recognize this vehicle?
Yes, sir.
What
Truck.
vehicle?
That's my truck.
Who was in the truck with you that day?
Me, my brother, and Shane Alford.
All right, this video will evidently be introduced. Is that
Yes,
correct? Where are you in the time stamp on this video so we can specify what he's testifying to?
Can you state what time is on this video, Mr. Adams?
I'll let you do that, Mr.
Okay.
Bates.
It's 4/13/2011, 11:12 a.m.
Yes, sir.
That's you.
Yes, that's my truck.
Zach was in the truck with you,
Yes, sir.
and Shane.
Yes, sir.
Who pulled money out?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie about that.
Where else did you go in Parsons that morning?
We went to some house, somewhere behind some barbecue shack, I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember going to any other stores or fast food or restaurants?
We may have, it's been, like I said, it's been so long, I don't know.
Now, at this moment in time, where you're on the video, had you just watched a rape,
No,
watched a murder?
no, sir.
Was Shane or Zach telling you they had just participated?
No, sir.
Have you and I ever talked?
No, sir.
How many times have you seen this video in your life?
Till just today. I've never seen it till just today.
Your Honor, I move to introduce this.
Any objections, Ms. Wyrie?
No, sir.
All right, we're gonna introduce the entire video.
Yes, Your Honor.
How long is the video, just so I can have an idea? This is the only relevant part in this entire video, is that correct? Sometime around the 12
Yes, Your Honor.
a.m. time frame.
And we're gonna play possibly more of it with officers to review.
Okay.
But-
All right, we'll mark the video as Exhibit 8. It'll be on a separate flash drive. But the still shot that we've been talking about to this point, that the witnesses testified to, again, is at 11:12 and 12 seconds. Okay.
And if you can look on the next photo, the next video. All right, this is at 11:55, 2011, 04/13, 11:55. Mr. Adams, do you recognize the individual in this store?
Yes, sir, it could be me.
You ever seen this video?
Till just today. I've never seen this video till today.
Your Honor, I move to mark this in the next numbered exhibit.
Objections, Mr. Tarver?
No.
We'll mark it as Exhibit 9. I didn't know you were giving me a timestamp. Tell me what that timestamp is again.
2011, April 13th, 11:55.
Where are you getting these numbers?
The top left corner, Your Honor, next to the little video.
Up where it says VAC Media Player?
Event 2011, 04/13, 11:55.
Okay. Now, that's the file name. And then when you stop at 50, or is that, how many seconds into it?
7. Your Honor.
7 seconds. That's the most important thing I need. 7 seconds into the video. Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Bates.
Put this things in. All right. Okay, no more videos for now. When you were at the BP, do you remember, were you by yourself? Or were you still on the same journey with Zach and Shane?
Yeah, we still on the same journey, I just wanted to pay for gas.
Okay. At some point, do you remember being charged in federal court for crimes?
Yes, sir.
And where were you in jail while you were awaiting your sentence?
For the federal,
Okay, do you know what county you were in?
Alford County.
Okay. And do you remember being interviewed by law enforcement?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember who?
It's TBI. I can't remember the name. Jeff Jackson, I think he was.
Do you remember whether they brought, whether you had an attorney there?
No, I did not have no attorney there.
Did they ask you questions?
Tons of them.
Okay. Did you tell them information that you thought your brother, Zach Adams, had a part in the abduction, rape, and killing of Holly Bobo?
No. They assumed he did, but I didn't ever.
Did you pled out in that case, correct?
Yes, sir.
What was your sentencing hearing?
A year served, 2 years of federal probation.
Okay. Did you have any other special conditions about where you had to live?
No. They, after I got sentenced, they sent me to live with Dennis Benjamin.
Okay. Who's Dennis Benjamin?
Just somebody they knew. I never met him till after I got sentenced in my federal trial.
Who's they?
TBI.
Was this explained to you
Shortly.
shortly before you agreed to it, or shortly?
Shortly before they sent me there.
Okay. Prior to this time, did you know Dennis Benjamin?
No, sir.
What was explained to you about why you were living with Dennis Benjamin?
They said for my protection.
Okay. Did you feel you needed protection?
No, sir.
Had you met Dennis Benjamin in your jail cell prior to?
No, I met him one day before they sent me to live with him.
Do you remember that conversation?
Shortly. We had like 30 minutes to visit with one another, and then they sent me back to my cell, and then a week later they sent me there to live with him.
As part of your federal sentence?
Yes, because I was going to a federal probation officer in Memphis.
Who was the prosecutor in your federal case?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember.
Okay. You, prior to your sentence, had you told people you had information about the rape, abduction, and killing of Holly Bobo?
No, sir.
You told anybody that?
No, sir.
Have they asked you?
Just, I've been asked a bunch of times, but I never told them.
Okay. After you went to live with Dennis Benjamin, what was that like?
It was different.
How so?
Just every day getting asked questions about what happened, what you think happened
By whom?
by Dennis.
Was he nice to you?
In a way, yeah. And no.
What makes you say in a way he wasn't?
Just by hounding me every day, asking questions about the case. He knew I knew something, but wasn't saying. That was his assumption.
Did you at times tell him you didn't know anything?
I told him I didn't know nothing.
At some point, did that change?
Yes, after he kept hounding me.
And you told him what?
I said rape and reduction of Holly Bobo. That was a lie just to get him off my back.
Why did you want him off your back?
Because I got tired of questioning. I mean, I've already been through it for a year straight, and then constantly getting drilled about it every week. You get tired of getting hounded.
How did it make you feel?
I mean, can't explain how it made me feel. I mean, it just, no, I had no feeling, you know. I mean, I can't give them something that I don't know nothing about.
How soon after telling Dennis Benjamin did you meet with the TBI?
He carried me there shortly after,
Like within several days or?
less than a day.
Okay. Do you remember the meeting with TBI?
Yes, sir.
If you can, we're back to videos now. Go back.
The witness is being shown another video remarked for identification at this stage, Exhibit 10.
You know, I'm not sure what the purpose of this is, but this is hearsay.
It's not asserted for the truth of the matter. The statements, can you pause it? Your Honor, the statements are asserted under the ineffective assistance of counsel, as well as the actual innocent claims. This recorded video,
Well, then it is being offered for the.
Let him finish what he's saying, Ms. Ward.
this recorded video has, would the court like to have the witness excused so I'm not accused of telegraphing to the witness?
Let's do this. Ms. Warwick again.
Yes.
State your objection. It's hearsay.
It's an out-of-court statement offered for the truth of the matter. This is not a party opponent.
I believe this is the, I believe I'm about to be shown a statement that the state at one point thought was a confession of Dylan Adams.
Correct.
And now it's not being offered for the truth.
He's just offered that it's being offered to show all of those grounds that he's alleged in the ineffective assistance, in the post-conviction petition, that that's why he's offering this. To show the misconduct, to show everything, the laundry list of things that he's alleging in his post-conviction, he's just stated that's why he's offering this.
Your Honor, the analysis for hearsay is whether the statement is asserted for the truth of the matter. The statements of Dylan Adams are not asserted for the.
I'm gonna see this video.
Okay.
So, objection's overruled.
Good morning. What's better? All right.
All right, pause.
You remember Brant from Rick?
Mr. Adams, is that you?
Yes, sir.
And is this the beginning of the first meeting with
That's when
TBI? And this is after the Dennis Benjamin?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, it is a lengthy video. We're prepared to play it. We also have a transcript that, in all candor, is unsigned by the court reporter that Ms. Thompson had prepared. We also have a summary of the transcript that Ms. Thompson prepared that we're prepared to introduce under Rule 1006. My request is for us to play some of this today and come back with the witness with questions. If the state wants to play it all, we're certainly prepared to do that.
All right, let's play the portions that you'd like to have played, if the state wants it all played. Let me ask this, are you submitting the entire video?
I am, Your Honor.
Or the court will watch the entire video, whether it's through these proceedings today or outside this hearing?
All right.
Let's just be specific on time slots. It's when you,
When we stop it, we'll let the court know.
If that's fine, you met him. Okay, and you obviously know me long enough now. The reason it took so long is I sit down and talk to Dennis. Dennis, here's what my understanding is. You came forward to Dennis and told him some things that are above and beyond what you've ever told me or Brent about this case, right? Okay. And then you through Dennis reached out and wanted to talk to me about it. Is that right? Okay. All right, remember every time that we talk, I've got forms that I go over. This is a procedural thing. You're not under arrest. You have volunteered to come in and give more information about this. Okay, I'm gonna go over this form with you. I'm gonna sit right beside you and I'm gonna read it to you, okay? So we ask you any questions, you must understand your constitutional rights. The right to remain silent, do not answer any questions. Do not answer questions. If you do, if you do answer questions, your answers can be used as evidence in issuing court. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be provided to you without cost. You still have to answer questions now, not a lawyer present. You still have the right to stop answering questions at any time until you talk to a lawyer. And this is a waiver, same thing we've done over 100 times. I have read or have had read to me my constitutional right. Understand what my rights are, whether to make a statement and answer questions without a lawyer being present. So if you sign it, I'll sign it. It's 5:58 p.m. on Wednesday, September 17th, 2014. Okay, what is different from now to then? That's what I want you to enlighten me about. I kind of got the gist of it, but here's what I want to do. Just the easiest way to start out. Let's back up to the day before all this happened. And don't leave any detail of any kind out, okay? Let's just start from right there. And you walk me through everything, don't get hung up. You know, Dennis said that you was a little bit upset that you had not told me everything way back when. I'm not messed up about it, okay? You're doing the right thing now about coming forward about it. It's, you know, I'm not mad at you. It'll never be any different than the first time I ever talked to you. I'm not gonna raise my voice or anything like that. I'm not mad at you. I'm very glad that you're doing the right thing and coming forward. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start with what happened. How did all y'all get together the night before this happened?
I was up relaxed. Officer come up one night. We was gunned out, and they ended up leaving. I mean, they left about 1 o'clock, and I did not see them. Did not have no knowledge of what they was doing. Yeah, they come back.
All right, well, we got all night, okay? I don't wanna go over this in 2 seconds, okay? There's so many details and things I need to know. First off, what kind of dope do y'all do?
Moved to the night.
Where'd the ice come from?
After they had it.
Autry had some ice and showed up. What was Autry? What was he wearing? What was he driving? Anything you can remember will help him.
I know he had short sleeves on, pants on. Maybe gray or black shirt, I ain't for sure what he had on, but I wanna say it was gray or black.
Okay. he by himself when he come up? What about that? What do you remember him wearing or anything like that?
I know he had shorts on, his camouflage shorts on that day.
Okay.
I won't say a black shirt he had on.
Okay. Which way did y'all smoke, guys?
I was shooting.
Y'all were shooting up, all three of you shooting up? Okay. Everybody got their own rig or you
Yes,
got
sir.
a rig? Okay. Okay. With it, everybody had their own rig, you're shooting up, how much do you think you used? From what time did you say he got there?
I would say it was dark, I mean, maybe 8 o'clock, 7 or 8, somewhere there.
Okay, because the time of year it was in the spring, it's still getting dark now. Alright. Sit around, smoke some dope. What y'all talk about when we sit around smoking dope?
Stuff they talked about, I didn't,
What did they talk about?
what they been doing, where they, you know,
What else do you, what else does, this is one of the most obviously traumatic few days of your life, and I'm sure that it's stuck in your head, like, permanently, so try to come up with every detail that you can for me about anything that they were talking about, because here's what I'm getting at. There had to have been some kind of discussion, whether you're a part of it or not, you're sitting there with them, shooting up some dope. There had to be some discussion about what was fixing to happen. And why her? Why Holly? Why, how did she get picked? Which one of you knew her the most? Which one of you thought she was good looking and, or what's the reason? Why her? There, you see where I'm coming from? I know you were sitting there with them there, that's undisputed, you're telling me that, and that's fine. What was the discussion that was going on during the night? Because this plan got hashed out. I wanna know, and Dylan, you already know me. You're not gonna offend me or hurt my feelings with anything you say. Don't leave anything out. This is your opportunity that you chose to come to us and make every bit of this right. Don't make half of this right now, because this is it, okay? This time, let's make every bit of it right. What was the discussion that led up to choosing her and going to get her?
that I have no clue. They were talking about going to get somebody. I mean,
Talking about finding someone to rape? How often do they go get somebody to rape?
that I don't know.
How many different times have you ever been involved with them and having a conversation, or how many other people do you know of that's ever been raped?
You said they was talking about going and getting somebody, what were they saying?
We're fixing to go get her later on tonight, what they said.
Her, define her.
I mean, this is what they said, her.
They didn't say Holly's name, they said her. Okay. All right.
What else did they say about that?
They left the pet, they left that night at 12, 1 o'clock at nighttime. And I did not see them until 9:30 or 10 the next morning. So in that time period, I don't know what they did or where they been.
Okay. So you were down at Zach's, this is the night before, all right, so kind of draw a line here, the night before, around, what time did you start smoking dope? Around dark, 7 p.m. And then that lasts until they leave at what time?
Approximately 12 in the morning, somewhere.
Between 12 and what all, anything else discussed that you can remember? Just while you sit around and everybody's getting high, the discussion comes up about going and getting someone to rape them. And then they mention her, but you're saying that you never heard Holly's name mentioned.
How do they know Holly? How does that?
I had no clue.
How does Jason know Holly?
I had no clue what that means.
How did you know Holly?
I on that. As we was leaving, she pulled up, and I explained who she was, and he told me who she was, and we left.
You making a comment about her being a pretty girl, or?
I said, she's a pretty looking girl, and there's one in Perry County, that's all I said.
Then I'm not, with you saying that, I'm just gonna ask you this, okay, because when you've been down the road, you feel like you can tell me anything, do you? The prettiest girl in Decatur County, and, I just wanna know, because here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want any conflict in stories. Sooner or later, your brother's gonna talk to me, sooner or later, officer's gonna talk to me, and who knows who will. When they talk to me, I don't want there to be a discrepancy about whether or not you knew and whether or not her name has been said. If you're sitting around high, we both agree that people do things when they're high they never do when they're sober. What does I believe? Make you horny? Does it make you happy? Does it make you sad, sleepy, what?
Don't make you sleepy and all that.
I'm just saying, I mean, ain't nothing to be embarrassed about, we can't be shy on each other.
Energy and
Lots of energy and kind of the restlessness. Before we get past this one hump, I just wanna know, honest to God, 100% truth, son, did you know that it was gonna be Holly that was gonna be it? Do you know any reason since then, in all the talks that you ever had with Zach, or heard anything ever said, why? Why her? Anything to do with her, or her brother, or anything like that? Okay. So you say that they left in your truck. Remember way back when we first talked, you said that you had gone and gassed the truck up. That part still true? So your truck was full of gas. How much crap did you have in your truck? Much stuff, just general stuff, or do you in general just keep a pretty clean open truck? Okay. So with the two of them left, they didn't have to set none of your stuff out or anything like that to have room in the truck. What did they tell you they were going to do?
I'll be back after a while. And then when he left, he never told me where he'd go to.
Well, is that really true, or did you said they're talking about going and getting a girl, and then they said her, and even if they did say Holly, you're sitting around thinking they're fixing to show back up with someone they're gonna rape.
Yeah, it was, but
Yeah.
But he also will get this big girls up to get them high and whatnot. And I didn't.
You didn't know if he was gonna go down to the teasers or somewhere and pick someone up and offer them some dope and bring them back and just do whatever. You didn't know exactly who it was gonna do. Okay. So they leave at 12 to around 1. What do you do?
I stayed in the house, piddling around watching TV.
What do you watch?
I just had TV on the racket. I just mainly just played pool by myself. And there,
Hanging out by yourself while they go try to round someone up. What time do they come back?
just around 9:30, 10 that morning.
The morning that Holly was taken, they show back up with Holly in your truck at about what time?
10, 9:30, 10.
9:30 to 10, just making sure you're all on the same page. Okay. Did you call anybody, did you text anybody, and what did you do other than playing pool and just generally watch TV, hang out? You didn't talk to nobody? Did anybody come by trying to buy dope from Zach, or did Zach leave any kind of phone at the house? What phone was Zach using right there at that time?
on that one,
What's the prefix on it?
733,
733. What phone were you using? Because remember this, the number that you told me that, that number is not, that you had another number that you were using, and I want you to remember what it is. What number did you have during this time? If I read your number, will you remember it if I read it to you? 7 913. That sound right?
sounds like,
What about
I mean, just look at it on a keypad to help you. I mean, 733.
seems like I had one of them in the company phone that Randy had.
All right, so if I tell you that that is a company phone that came from the water department, then that helps jog your memory too, that is for sure, we're talking about the same number. What did you do with that phone?
Didn't they still the same time?
Where is it?
And I had no clue.
Or was it the last time? What kind of, describe that phone to me.
Just a cheap little, maybe like a little gold phone, like a $19 little gold phone.
Flip top.
Yeah, just a little cheap phone.
Did you purposely quit using it after this? Did you take that phone with you anywhere during that day, during this time, any of this time we're gonna be talking about? Did you have that phone the whole time? Who had your phone? Well, where was it? It's your phone, it's your phone.
Granddaddy had that phone. That was his company phone. And we went and got my 2566, and he put that phone up. But it seems like when he did that, sometimes Zach broke his phone. That when he got caught stealing that stuff from down there and down there around the house. That deer stand, when he got caught on lock-on camera and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get a pop where he sold his deer stand to the police or something. And Zach started using that phone. Started using his same SIM card in that phone.
Where was that number that we just talked about during the days that, we're talking about right now, we've only made it up almost to the point of her being brought back to the house. Where was that phone during this time from when y'all started smoking ice the night before Holly was taken, up until the point she's coming to the house? Who had that phone?
I hadn't checked that.
The phone was with you. Right. Me and you played this round a bunch of times before. I want to ask you very seriously, then, you know I can find things out about cell phones, right? Was you really at the house waiting, or did you go with them? It makes no difference at this point.
The house.
Now, you had that phone with you?
Zach has a spoof card, as you call it. He can say he's got Brent's number. He can call you and make it show up Brent's number.
Where did you get something like that?
I have no clue. I want to say Huntsville, Alabama or somewhere, it's a guy shop.
Call it a spoof card? How does it work?
It's just like I want to say it's like a little count number, but on it, they can make any number he wants to show up. Brent's number, my number, your number, just call it anybody wants to. And you can pick her voice like a woman or a man, to make it talk like a woman or a man, to you.
Okay,
It's crazy.
all right. We'll probably come back to that in a few minutes. Right now, let's establish what happened here. You're saying you did not go with them, and that you stayed at home. They left around between midnight and 1 AM, and it's 9:30 to 10 AM when they show up. What makes you remember that it's 9:30 to 10?
I remember looking at the TV and I heard one pulling up.
In the PT Cruiser or Jason's
There's
was,
my truck. Cause they had my truck and that's the phone. And
Okay.
they had the 12 o'clock.
so they used your truck to go take Holly. And the PT Cruiser stayed there at where you were at. And you never went to sleep or anything like that, so no one else came up there and took the Cruiser anywhere or anything. It never left. Your truck was loud enough or whatever, you would hear it coming and, okay. When they got there, who was driving? Zach was driving the truck. Who was sitting where in the truck?
Holly was back in the back. Alford was back there too.
And those are all, this dot represents the front end of your truck. So the driver would be sitting here, on the front seat passenger, and then you got a bench seat in the back. You're saying Zach was driving,
Yes, sir.
what was Jason?
He was right here in the middle.
In the back?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they're right here.
You think?
Then Zach gets out from the door, gets her out, Alford gets out. And they start going in the house.
Where did they pull up?
They pulled up to the carport.
To it, or in it, or beside it?
To the carport right there, right in front.
If I remember right, the first time we talked, you told me something about it was parked down close to the carport, but now you're saying this is the house, and this is the carport on the window. You're saying they pulled into that. Would that dot represent the front, just pulled straight in? Got her out of the driver's side. Describe, what was she doing, what did she look like, what was she wearing?
Long pants on, pink shirt, plain shirt there. Remember that?
Okay.
And long pants.
Was her hair in any kind of, was it pulled back, down?
Down.
Was she fighting, kicking, screaming, or what was
She
she,
was at first, they drove her into the house.
what did she say?
Why you doing this? Why me?
Did she recognize you? Did she call Zach or Jason by name? No, did they have anything to bind her, or was she free?
She was free.
She have shoes on? What kind of shoes?
What she's on.
What did you hear them say? What she said, why me?
They didn't say nothing. They didn't tell her.
Okay. Where did they go? How did they get in the house?
They told me to the carport right there.
Okay. Did you guys go open for them?
Zach went in the door up.
Who was controlling her?
Alford was behind her.
They let her freestand, they weren't holding on?
No, they was holding on to her. Alford had her up.
Okay. Had her up, describe what you mean. Go ahead.
You might get her.
Okay.
We got her in the house.
Could you understand her speech?
Barely.
Did you said you remember the shirt. Has she been hurt? Did you see any injuries to her?
She looked like she was bleeding right there. She had her blood. Her eye looked like it. Black, nose swollen a little bit.
Okay.
And maybe even a little cut right there in her lip.
You remember it being on that side of her face? here, this eye looks puffy, and your nose. Did you see any blood coming out of her mouth or nose or anything? You just say you saw it? You remember us talking about some scratches that you say you saw on that? Did he already have the scratches on him at this point? Or do you, what do you remember about that? When you come back with her, or? So, as he's coming in the house now, he's scratched up on the arm. And she is bleeding, or has been bleeding, she has been bleeding, her eye, nose, and busted lip. And she's having to be led into the house. Did they say anything about drugging her, or anything like that? Did she look like she was just normal walking around? What's your opinion on what happened? Where the carrier money right now? Okay. Now, upstairs, you gotta go to our pool table, go up the steps, and then there's that bar and that open window area, we've all seen it. Where? Cause if you go to the right from there, Zach's bedroom, going that way. But if you kinda go to the left, there's the living room. Okay, what they do? Immediately, tell us everything to the point, I want every detail of who took her clothes, how much of her clothes, how much of whoever was raping. Let's go through that part of it. Who did what? You got her in the house, she's been walked up into the living room, what furniture in the living room? Green couch, okay? Now, the way that house is laid out, that couch was sitting, if it was the same way then as it was when I saw it, that couch was kind of sitting one end close to that window and one end further away from the window. Does that sound right? Or was it sitting?
At that time, it was right there, even with the little bar right there.
Okay, so maybe it'll help us if we draw that. Let's take this and draw, come into the house. Carport down here, hanging this way. Here's that entryway, and the step, pool table's here. The window area right here, okay, that bar. So you're saying that couch was sitting this way along the line? Better looking on here. So that being the couch. So this being the end arms of it, the back of it.
You get the little bar right there.
Yeah, the bar comes out around like that.
Bumped up to be a six.
Alright, so it was sitting that way. Which end of it would you put her in? Toward the front of the house, toward the road in the front door of the house, which front door was somewhere that over there. Sort of, look at that wrong.
Front door is in.
Cause this wall comes on over here, this is the old carport.
Yeah, old carport, you can come up, that would be right, actually, everything would be, actually the door would be behind the couch.
Okay.
Because you got, say, right here's the bar, right here's the couch, and then you got the kitchen table here, and you got the big window right here,
Yeah.
and then you got beside the big window, the door is right here.
Okay. Yeah. You're talking about there is a big like bay window in the front of the house. So this is a big window in the front of the house, and this is the door. Have I drawn that couch position right?
Actually, the window and stuff would be behind the couch.
So the couch was sitting this way. And I put it out. in that kitchen, yeah, I forgot about, this is actually a kitchen area right here, right? The kitchen. And then that wall is actually kind of like that. And then the bar comes out. Is that right? Okay, yeah. All right. Before we're done today, I think I have somewhere, someone that can find me a diagram of that house as it was, the way that we moved there. So I'll try to find that for us before we're done, because I wanna, it's important to me where exactly this house was positioned and all that now, okay? But, all right, so she's come in, and even if I've got that wrong, we're gonna fix that in a few minutes.
Is that couch dark or light color?
Green, I mean, not as green chairs in there, but.
So there's some green chairs, but you're talking about the couch.
Yeah,
What color was it?
I know it's green, I don't know exactly what color ground.
Leather or
Leather, leather.
Leather.
Who did what first? From Holly, what you got in there? What exactly did he do for her?
What was all the color?
Everything, just her makeup. Okay, then what, how much of his own clothes did he take off? He didn't take them off his legs, he just dropped them down. How did he hold her at that count?
He bent her over, held her arms out, you know, pressed her down over it, and she couldn't get away.
Over the end of the couch?
Yeah.
Okay. What all did he do to her?
Okay.
Okay.
What do you mean, both of them?
When you say both ends, you gotta help me out there, because literally, did they make her perform any oral sex?
I ain't aware of
Okay, anal vaginal sex with her. You know which one you did first, I'm assuming you standing there watching. Maybe not. And then, how long,
45 minutes.
well, was she still conscious, fighting, saying?
Your Honor, I'm pausing it at minute 33:27, and we'll leave the balance of this first part of the video to the court's viewing.
33:27.
Yes, Your Honor. And, wait a second. And, Your Honor, this second video is pre-labeled video 010. It's a second part of the, and I would just ask the witness the same questions. Mr. Adams, is, what, play just a second or so of it.
Convicted and anyone involved
All right, pause that.
Why?
Is that a continuation of the same interview that we saw just a minute ago?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, I move to enter this as the next numbered exhibit in its totality.
Well, it's one total interview, two videos.
Correct, Your Honor.
Well, let me ask this, is there an objection to the second half of the video? All right, then let's call them 10A and 10B. Is that all right, Madam Court Reporter? Same, put them on the same.
For all of these, it's fine, they're all
Okay.
for all of these.
All the ones relative to Mr. Dylan Adams' testimony, and that's what Ms. E2 had discussed earlier. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Just for clarification, I believe Exhibit 9 was a short video at a BP that you paused at 7 seconds to just show a still shot, and Mr. Adams said that was him in the video, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Is that the video you're talking about? I think that was Exhibit 9. All right, go ahead, Mr. Bates.
Mr. Adams, the contents of this discussion, was it true?
No, sir.
Why did you say it?
Because they kept harassing me. I just did it to get them off my back.
How soon
I mean,
after?
you got to realize I was harassed from the time I caught my Fed charge to after I had my Fed charge till that interview.
When did you, what do you mean by catch a charge?
Since I caught my Fed charge,
Okay,
2014.
What do you mean by catch it?
I mean, the charge I committed.
Okay, you get arrested?
Yeah,
Okay, when did you get arrested?
2013.
Okay, do you remember approximately what time of year?
I really don't know. I know it was in 2013.
Okay. Had you provided any, who was your cellmate in Obion County?
Jason Kilson.
Okay. Do you remember talking to him about the Holly Bobo
No.
case?
No, but it got brought up a lot.
To you?
Yeah. Actually, the whole time I was in my Fed case, it got brought up a whole bunch.
Did you recognize the two TBI officers on this video?
Yes, sir.
Were they the ones that came to Obion County?
Yeah, they're out of Obion County, out of the same jail I was housed in.
They came to you?
Their TBI house is in the same jail. They're out of the same jail in Obion County.
Tell me if this is true. You were treated very warmly and favorably by Dennis Benjamin to help you out. And several weeks after staying there, you went to him and said, hey, I also took part in the rape of Holly Bobo. Did that happen?
No, he questioned me. He come to his own conclusions of that. And that's when he carried up there to the TBI. And they continued to question me, and I got arrested that day.
You have, on the, what I believe will be 10B, you discussed, there was a name came out, Victor Densmore. Do you remember him?
I know of him.
Do you remember Victor Densmore's voice?
Don't remember. It's been so long. I'm not gonna lie.
If I played you a recording, would you remember Victor Densmore's voice?
I'd have to hear it. I couldn't be 100% sure.
All right. What about Dennis Benjamin? Would you remember his voice?
I've been too long too on that. I mean, I'm not good with voices. I'm better with faces than I am voices.
Okay. After you were the video 10A and 10B, you were arrested.
Yes, sir.
Did Dennis Benjamin continue to have contact with you?
For a short period of time.
Do you remember what he was telling you?
Objection, Your Honor, to hearsay.
Not certain for the truth of the matter.
Well, I'd have to hear what it is to make a determination there, so.
I don't remember what he said. I know he comes to see me for a short period of time after I got locked up at Robertson County, and then he disappeared.
So,
Nothing.
nothing to object to there,
Yes, sir.
so.
You went on to say that you said that Mr. Autry raped the victim 45 minutes, and then I believe you said Zach held you at gunpoint if you didn't rape the victim as well. You remember telling the
I
TBI that?
remember telling them that's all a lie.
And that Zach then raped? You remember telling that?
Yeah, I remember telling that, but
And that this took place, I believe you said that it was an all-night abduction. You remember saying that?
I don't remember saying that, but I'm sure they put their own words,
Yeah.
own spin to it.
That they left at night and came back in the morning, 9:30, 10 a.m.?
Yep.
All right. And that they said, or you said rather, it was Autry, you and Dylan, I'm sorry, you and Zach with Holly Bobo throughout the morning. You said that.
Yes, sir.
At any point, did anybody say, now Dylan, there's a video of you at the ATM machine.
No. I've never seen that till today. I never knew it existed.
You possibly have the right to object to this. I'm not asking what you told your attorney. Did any attorney ever tell you, we have a video of your Silverado that morning at 11:12 a.m.
No, sir.
at the BP?
No, sir.
You entered what's called an Alford plea in this case.
Yes, sir.
Can you reconcile for us why you entered an Alford plea? You're saying you had nothing to do with these folks.
Yes. Well, after watching my brother get 101 years, I mean, I didn't want to face that in the penitentiary, so I come to the conclusion, take a interest plea. That's what they come with me at. And I was looking ahead of time about getting out. I didn't want to spend the rest of my life in prison. I mean, I wasn't looking at the crime or looking at that. I was looking at if we get out.
Prior to your case, were you advised that you were going to testify against Zach and Jason Autry?
Yes.
Did you meet with the prosecutors?
They come see me one time when I was in O'Brien County.
You remember who the prosecutor was?
I don't remember.
You were told you were going to be a testifying witness in Zach's case.
Yes, sir.
Were you told by anyone, and we'll ask who, what your sentence was going to be if you did that?
No.
Were you told it would?
I was told nothing about that.
Okay. Were you in special education as a kid?
Yes, sir.
What were your disabilities?
Reading and comprehending. You know, reading something and comprehending what it says, you know. Sometimes I might have to read it 2 or 3 times or get somebody to explain what it means to me.
Did you ever leave special education, or did you receive it all the way through the 12th grade?
I mean, honestly, I don't remember. I mean, that's been so long ago.
Fair enough.
I don't know how long I was.
Everything you've said today to this court been the truth?
Yes, sir.
Those are my questions.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. May I have you listen to a video or an audio, all right? You bear with me just a minute, please.
through your computer speakers.
It is, Your Honor.
It all goes well. Where were you locked up in February of 2014? What jail were you in?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've been locked up so long, all the jails, they start running together now. I mean, I don't remember.
Where are you currently housed?
At River Bend Maximum Security Prison.
Okay. What's your brother's name?
Zach Adams?
You see him in court today?
Yes, ma'am.
You keep looking over at him, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your grandfather's name?
Dick Adams?
And what's your mother's name?
Cindy Adams?
Do you know Shane Austin?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was he to you?
He was my neighbor, friend.
Was he a good friend?
Yes.
When did he kill himself?
I have no idea I was locked up when that happened.
Do you know Jason Autry?
No of him. No
Sir?
of him.
No of him? Ever been around him?
Once or twice.
What nickname does he go by?
A-Train.
You ready? Listen to this and see if you recognize your voice on here.
For English, press, for a collect call, press 0. Please enter your PIN number now.
You recognize this?
Please enter the area code and phone number you are calling now.
So I have phones from all prison systems.
Okay. You made some jail calls in your day?
Well, quite a few of them.
Okay.
Please hold. Please wait while your call is being connected. Hello, this is a prepaid call from
Is that you?
an inmate at the Obion County
Don't
Jail.
sound like it. I mean,
To
it may be,
accept this
but I don't
call,
know.
press 0. To refuse, your current balance is $21.29.
Keep
This
listening.
call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink. Hi, Debbie.
What are you doing?
You recognize that?
I guess it's when I was in O'Brien County.
Who are you talking to?
It sounds like my mother,
What's her name?
Cindy Adams.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I was gonna call and tell you, they took my sentence now. So what now? Can you hear me? Huh? Yeah, they put my sentence in off. I don't know. So what now?
How come?
You there? Hey,
Hey,
you there?
yeah, I'm here.
No, well, I thought I'd call and let you know.
How come? Did they say why?
No, I guess you got to go to trial. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
As soon as I find out more, I'll let you know.
I wasn't gonna be able to take off anyway, so.
Okay, well, I love you.
I love you too, baby. Call me a footman.
I will.
All right.
Bye. Love you too. Bye.
For English, press 1. For a collect call, press 0. Please enter your PIN number now. Please enter the area code and phone number you are
Objections,
calling
Mr.
now.
Bates? We'll end up marking these Exhibit 11.
Yes, thank you.
Please hold. Please wait while your call is being connected. Hello, this is a prepaid call from an inmate at the Obion County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hit. Your current balance is $20.80. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Telelink.
Hey,
Dylan,
yeah,
what's going on?
I don't know why.
They're saying that you said that Zachary killed Holly Bobo.
I did not.
Oh, that's what the TBI and everybody's telling Dick. Oh, dear God.
No, somebody just told me here Train confessed to it. I don't know what you're talking about, Mama. They come talk to me. That's all I know.
They said that you said he did it.
I did not say that.
Yeah, I mean, and that was showing Dick text messages that you were sending them all day today. The TBI, the FBI.
Me sending them text messages.
Yeah, that's what they're telling Dick.
I'm fucking in D-Max, Mo. They got me locked down fucking 24/1.
Well, the TBI is telling Dick that you turned evidence in on Zachary. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got Zachary locked up.
Do they now?
Yeah, I mean, they've got every news outlet down there. They got TBI, they got SWAT team, they got everything.
I just got word that Train confessed to it.
Well, they're saying you turned Zachary in. That's what they're saying. And I said, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. So you ain't told nobody, no TBI or anybody, nothing on Zach?
No, I talked to him about him, but nothing like that.
Yeah, well, they're turning it all around. I gotta call Dick, tell Dick, because Dick thinks you turned Zachary in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, baby, if you didn't do it, don't worry about it. I'm gonna call and get all this straightened out. Dylan,
Yeah.
you okay?
No.
Well, don't worry about it if you didn't do it, honey. Just don't worry about it. Listen, and if they try to do anything like that, you have a lawyer present. You hear me? And don't you sign nothing. You hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that I heard that. Dylan said ain't nobody asked him nothing about nothing. Yeah, if they come in there, Dylan, you ask for attorney, you hear me? And I mean it. You stand your ground. Because they're trying to pin this on Zachary because they can't find nobody else to pin it on. Okay, baby? All right, you call me tomorrow.
I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know if they got me on 24-hour lockdown.
Why they got you on lockdown?
I guess I can't call home.
Yeah, they didn't want you to call home. They didn't want you to call home because, yeah, they know that you would find out the truth. That
What now?
we'd find out the truth that you didn't turn on Zachary. They said that you said that you seen Holly out Zachary's house.
I said I seen a girl. I didn't.
Well, was it the girl he was living with?
No, it was a blonde-haired girl, mother. I don't know. I don't know who she was. I didn't get to Zachary run me out.
Who was there?
I don't know. I mean,
Well, Dylan, did they interrogate you for a long time?
yeah.
How long?
Fucking about, till 12 o'clock the other night.
Okay. Don't you answer any more questions about your lawyer. Do you hear me? That is your right. Did you have a lawyer present that day?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, okay, that's all I needed to know right there. Okay. I'm recording, like they'll record this conversation, I'm recording this one too. So, you know. Oh, it's all over the news, it's all over everything. Zachary just runs. All right, Dylan, baby. How'd you get to call me tonight?
They let me out.
Are they standing right beside you?
No.
Well, don't cry, son. Don't cry.
I love you.
I love you too, baby. Don't worry about nothing, okay? Don't worry about nothing, okay? But Dylan, listen to Mama, okay? Listen to me, son. They cannot do that without, you have to say, I want my lawyer present. You have to say that, okay? Dylan, I need for you to talk to me, honey.
What?
No. It's gonna be okay, baby. Don't worry about it, okay? Dylan,
I love you.
I love you too. Call me back as soon as you can, okay? Huh? All right, bye.
For English, press 1. For a collect call, press 0. For a debit, please enter your PIN number now. Please enter the area code and phone number you are calling now. Please hold. Please wait while your call is being connected. Hello, this is a prepaid call from an inmate at the Obion County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hang up. Your current balance is $18.60. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hey, Bill. Huh?
What you doing?
Just got through talking to WBBJ TV.
What they say?
Well, they said the PT crew belonged to me, and I was had to tell them no, it didn't.
So what?
They went and got Jason's PT Cruiser out of in-town, and went and got your truck out of in-town, and to get down there to that, they got a big, unit set up down there at the house, and, WBBJ said that the PT Cruiser belonged to, Zachary's mother.
What else? What they say?
Huh?
What else they say?
Nothing, just, no. They're just saying that, his brother, turned evidence over against him. But Dylan, do you understand what I'm saying about if they take you back there again, do not answer any questions. Do you hear me? Now, I know they're recording this conversation, and, I'm probably going to end up getting you a lawyer because they violated your rights. Did they even offer you a lawyer?
Nope.
Huh?
Nope.
Did you sign anything?
It's just the same thing I give them.
You know what? I told you don't sign nothing, and I told you not to talk without a lawyer. If you did that another time, Dylan, I'm fixing to cut your ass off. You hear me? I mean, you're going to have to get some backbone in you, your brother's in a lot of trouble now because they're saying, you said Holly was at that house. So, I mean, either she was or she wasn't. I mean, I don't know. I mean, did you say Holly was at that house?
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay. Well, they're just trying to trap you into trapping, that's why they didn't have your court, because if you send Holly out there, then you know what? You're going to be in just as much trouble as Zachary. And here's the thing. If Zachary did something with Holly, he deserves to get punished. But I don't think he did. And if you know something, that's something you have to work out. I'm not telling you to lie or anything, but, you need to make sure what you're saying is true. And you know what, Dylan, you have rights. Even though you're in jail, you have rights. And I don't know if you're just trying to get your brother in trouble or what, but I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, you've been in there since July, and this is the first time they've questioned you about Holly Bobo.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that should have, you should have seen red flags right then. tell me, baby, just, you gotta watch what you say because they're gonna twist everything around. That's what they do. That's what they get paid to do.
What's that?
They get paid to twist everything around, They had you in there from what time to what time? Well, you got tired and probably just, started saying stuff, didn't you? Huh?
Yes, I think so.
Well, they're probably gonna be in a lot of trouble for that. You were supposed to have a lawyer present, and if you don't step up and start talking and telling them that shit, they're gonna keep bulldozing you till they're gonna pin it on you next. But I guarantee you this, if Zachary goes down, you'll be going down with him. Did they tell you that too?
No.
Well, you'll be an accessory to it, so, if that's what happened. I don't know what the hell happened, and, I wasn't there, I mean, I don't care if they hold you in there 3 days. You don't answer another goddamn question, do you hear me?
Okay.
You don't answer another goddamn question from them motherfuckers. You have a lawyer present, and then you still don't have to answer them. I mean, Dylan, you gotta stop letting people push you around. I mean, what were they gonna do to you? I mean, they weren't gonna do nothing, they can't do nothing. By God, next time you go in there, you retract that statement. I hope some motherfuckers are listening because, you know what, they entrapped you, that's what they did, but they entrapped you into saying something that wasn't true. So, I'm mad as hell, Dylan, I'm mad, I'm telling you, I'm mad as hell. They have searched Zachary's house 3 times, 3 different occasions. He's begged them to give him a polygraph, and they won't do that. This is a kangaroo thing going on here. The TBI, the FBI, all of them fucked up, and it's Holly's anniversary, and they want to pin it on somebody. And you just gave them the fuel to do it with.
For English, press 1. Para español, oprima. For a collect call, press 0. Please enter your PIN number now.
Ms. Weiler?
Yes, Your Honor.
Put this in a time frame for the court, please. The statement that's been talked about was made in September of 2014.
These
And
calls are made in February and March.
there was something that was just said, you've been in there since July. So I didn't quite understand what's.
On a federal gun case. He picked up a federal gun case in 2013 and was in the Obion County Jail pending resolution of that case. He entered a guilty plea to that case in August of 2014. This chain of phone conversations with his mother took place before he disposed of that federal case, but while he was awaiting disposition of that federal case.
So he hadn't been released yet into Mr. Benjamin's custody.
Correct.
So the statement that they're talking about is not the statement that the court has seen this morning.
Correct. It's another statement. Yes, sir.
Is the court going to see that statement?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Please enter the area code and phone number you are calling now. Please hold. Please wait while your call is being connected. Hello, this is a prepaid call from an inmate at the Obion County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, your current balance is $16.39. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Right. Huh?
But you want,
Nothing but what's going on.
ain't nothing, but, nothing going on, but, everybody in the county, and your brother killing Holly Bobo.
So what now?
County, kidnapping Holly Bobo and, here,
What you been doing about anything?
no. Huh? Just talking to news media and stuff like that. So Dylan, what did they promise you?
I didn't promise me nothing.
Well, they had to promise you something, or, why would you say something like that?
Well, they pretty much had him, though. They tell me stuff about me that I didn't even know.
What?
Huh?
What?
I don't know where to begin.
It's loud in there.
So what now?
I said it's loud in there.
Yeah, TV on in here.
Well, Dylan, that's been, you,
So what now?
feed you and you fell right into it.
Really?
That
So what now? You there? Hello? Huh?
I can't hear you, baby.
Oh, this is loud ass TV that they got going on in here, Mama.
Okay, well listen, just don't worry about nothing, and it's all good,
Well, they before that for a minute, before they come talk to me before they went to go get him.
Yeah, because they said you said he did it.
No, I didn't say. I guess that's what they're saying, or
Yeah, that's what they're saying, no. Anyway, it is what it is, and, for a lawyer when you go in there.
I love you.
You too, precious.
I miss you.
Baby, I love you more than any.
No, I know.
I'll never forget that, okay?
No.
And I love Zach, and, you
I know you
know,
do. I love him too.
and I know you do.
I love him with all my heart.
I know. I know that you were in trap. Not worried about all that shit, just, you know, it's what you have to do, baby. Just, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah. That's what I do.
So,
I love you. I'm just out for 2 hours. I'm just go watch TV for a little bit.
all right, baby.
I love you. I'll call you tomorrow. Get something. Get that at the hour. No.
Bye.
Bye.
For English, press 1. For a collect call, press 0.
How many more calls we talking about?
4. We've heard the longest.
For English, press 1. Para español, oprima. For a collect call, press 0. Please enter your PIN number now. Please enter the area code and phone number you are calling now. Please wait while your call is being connected.
Now, if we have 1 moment to make sure we find the right one and don't waste the court's time saying the
All right.
wrong one.
I don't believe so, but I can confirm that. So there was a note.
While they're looking for that, I'll continue asking some questions. Would that
Thank
be?
you.
Yes. When you made those, do you remember those calls? Remember any of those conversations with your mother?
It's been a long time.
Sure. Do you remember talking with Sheila Kilzer?
Not from jail, no.
Sir?
Not from jail, no.
No, not from jail. Before you went to jail.
Yeah, I was over plenty of times.
Who is Sheila Kilzer?
Jason's mom.
Okay. And you went over to her house many times? Did you grow up with Jason?
No, he dated one of my best friends that I went to school with.
All right. Where is Jason now? Do you know?
I have no idea.
All right. When's the last time you talked with him?
When I caught my Fed charge.
He was in custody too, or was he your co-defendant?
He was my co-defendant.
He was your co-defendant, right. All right. And was his case disposed of as well in federal
I
court?
have no idea.
Okay. All right. Who was your lawyer in federal court?
I'm sorry to stop you. You talk about a Miss Kilzer. Is this a Jason Kilzer?
Jason Kilzer and Sheila Kilzer. two. Sheila Kilzer
Okay,
is the
'cause
mother
we've
of.
also got a Jason Autry,
Yes, sir.
but we're talking about Jason Kilzer.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Who was your lawyer on your federal court case? Do you remember?
Diane somebody, Diane somebody,
All right.
I don't remember her last name.
Do you also have a Mr. Randy Altman? Does that name sound familiar?
Seems like he worked for her too, out
Okay.
of her office.
All right,
And the only time he come in is when they started questioning me about this.
all right. And you pled guilty to that case in August of 2014, correct?
Seems like it's somewhere around there. I can't be 100% sure, it's been so long, I don't remember.
Well, you don't remember?
I mean, you're looking at this over 10 years, 11 years ago,
Well, right, but how often have you pled in federal court?
one time.
That
I mean,
one time?
But you gotta realize I've been locked up 10 years in 10 different county jails.
Okay,
I mean, all the jails, they begin to run together.
things run together. Facts get lost, huh?
Yeah,
All right. But you remember pleading guilty in federal court to a gun charge. How much time did you get?
1 year and 2 years of federal probation
And you went to live with Dennis Benjamin and his wife, correct?
this month.
All right. And then a month later is when you ended up back in custody with the TBI, giving the statement that we watched.
4 to 5 weeks later.
Yes, sir. 4 to 5 weeks later, after getting out of federal custody, going to live with the Benjamins, then you told Dennis Benjamin you knew more, and you end up in front of the TBI giving the statement we just watched. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you've not been released from custody since that point. Is that
No, ma'am.
accurate?
That's accurate.
Okay. All right. Do you remember sending the Benjamins a letter?
Nope.
You don't? Let me see if I can pass you something to see if you recognize it.
You seen this, Mr. Bates?
Assume it's in discovery.
May I approach?
You can pass that up to Bailiff. Thank you.
you.
Witness has been handed a 2-page document. Look like 2 pages.
It's more than 2 pages, but I'm just asking him about that one page that I had it open to. Do you recognize that writing,
No, ma'am, I do not.
sir?
No, ma'am.
You didn't write that.
I don't
May I
remember.
approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Were you ever in the Robertson County Jail?
This was where they first put me at,
Can I have this back? Who put you in the Robertson County Jail?
the TBI.
Okay? You know why?
This case right here, that was my first jail they put me in.
Dear Dennis and Jerry,
I didn't write that.
you didn't write this, even though it came out of your mail cover from the Robertson County Jail?
Somebody forced it. I didn't write it. I know my writing. I can't spell it good, so that's not my.
Okay,
that's not
so
my
somebody
writing.
else put this in your mail cover?
Had to.
Okay, all right. You don't remember telling the Benjamins
No.
how much you missed them?
Nope.
How much you enjoyed living with them?
Nope.
How you hope you get to go back and live with them?
Nope.
I don't know what's going on here, but once I get out,
Nope.
wasn't you?
Nope.
Okay, all right. So fast forward to September.
You
Okay.
get into that?
Not now,
All right.
not right now, thank you though. September of 2014. And you get taken into custody on this case, correct? And then who's your lawyer?
Matt Maddox.
How long was Mr. Maddox your attorney?
As long as it took for me to get sentenced.
And then even after that, correct?
No, after I got sentenced, they said he wasn't my lawyer no more.
Okay. He didn't continue to represent you up until recently?
I was told after you take your sentence and your lawyer's not your lawyer no more,
Okay.
unless you have another case.
Is that what Mr. Maddox told you, or that's what they told you?
That's why I was just informed by any other lawyers that was.
But not Mr. Maddox?
No,
Okay, thank you. Who was it that visited you in the jail trying to get you to sign a quitclaim deed? You remember that?
I have no idea.
Did you inherit some
looking
property?
You looking over 11 years ago, man.
Okay. Did you inherit some property when your grandmother died? Some land?
They had some land, I don't know.
You don't know about it? Is the defendant your big brother or your little brother?
Big brother,
How much older is he than you?
4 years older than me.
Has he ever threatened to kill you?
We've had words, yes, ma'am, but
I'm sorry, what?
we've had words, yes.
I didn't ask if you'd had words. Everybody has words with their siblings. Has he ever threatened to kill you?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Anytime we get into it. I
You
mean,
put a gun to your head after Karen Bobo came to the house to see y'all?
I don't remember. That's, you looking over, 11 years, ma'am.
Did he threaten to kill you the day after Holly Bobo was raped and kidnapped and murdered?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. If you told law enforcement that, would that have been accurate?
No, ma'am.
But you don't remember.
I don't remember.
All right. We're ready, Your Honor.
Aren't you gonna play another audio jail call? Still be part of Exhibit 11?
Yes, sir.
For English, press 1. Para español, oprima. For a collect call, press 0. Please enter your PIN number now. Please enter the area code and phone number you are calling now. Please hold. Please wait while your call is being connected. Hello, this is a prepaid call from an inmate at the Obion County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse, your current balance is $13.94. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hey,
Hey, babe, what you doing?
no, I just got out.
Oh. Well, maybe you won't be in lockdown too much longer.
I am, that's what you gonna know.
Cold.
Yeah, it's cold. I got about 3
Yeah.
inches of ice and 3 inches of snow up here. Hey, but I want to tell you this.
What?
I did see Holly in Zach's house. I mean, I'm not lying about that. I mean,
You seen her where?
at Zach's house. So what now? You there? Hello? Yes.
Sorry.
I said I seen Holly at Zachary's house. I'm not lying about that. I wasn't involved in it. I mean,
Who was?
huh?
Who was?
Zachary and Zane and Shane. I mean, I'm not, they come ask me about that and I'm not gonna lie to them about that. 'Cause I'm not gonna get in trouble. He's my brother. I love him, but, I mean, I just can't lie about that.
Who say
Huh?
that?
What?
Say that. Who's making you say that?
Nobody's making me say it, Mother. I'm telling you from my own heart.
What'd they do with her, Zachary?
I don't know, Mother. I do not know. I wish I did.
And you waited to tell this, right?
Say what now?
Waited to tell this, right?
What now?
You suddenly had a change of heart. To tell
Yes.
this. Why did you wait so long?
Say what now?
Why did you wait so long? She's been missing for 3 years.
I know, Mother, and I didn't know what to do. I'm scared. You know,
You didn't know what to do. You know you could have always told me. You could have confided in me.
I know.
My God, Dylan, you know you're going to be in this as deep as they are.
No, I'm not.
But
Please
you
don't.
withheld federal information.
Huh?
It don't matter. I mean, oh my God. Okay. Well,
I mean, I thought I'd let you know. I can't keep this. I mean, I want you to know. I mean,
oh dear gosh. See that? Oh God.
you will say, Mama.
Okay, Dylan, look, I gotta go. Okay, baby.
I love you.
Hey, baby, I love you.
I love you with everything.
I love you, baby. I think.
Don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at Dylan. Dylan, you know, if he did it, you know, he's gonna pay for it. I mean, my God. Okay, baby.
It's just as hard on me as it is you, Mama.
Huh?
I said it's just as hard on me as it is you.
Baby, listen, don't worry about nothing. Did the right thing, okay? It just breaks my heart. I mean, it breaks. Oh, can't wait if that family has suffered so bad.
I know, Mother. That's why, I mean, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, you did the right thing, son. You did the right thing.
I mean, I know he's my brother and all, I love him, but, I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Nothing, okay?
I love you. I love you.
I'll talk to you later.
I love you.
I can keep pushing.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Just two more, Your Honor.
I would just ask, are these still February of 2014, the time frame on these recordings?
We've now moved into early March. This next one is March 6th of 2014.
For English, press 1. For a collect call, press 0. Please enter your PIN number now. Please enter the area code and phone number you are calling now. Please hold.
I'm jumping one. This is the one you want.
Oh, gotcha, thank you. Oh, that's what that weird noise?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hello, this is a prepaid call from
Dylan?
an inmate at the Obion County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse, your current balance is $10.75. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hey,
Hey, Bill.
what you done?
Driving in the rain. What you doing?
Nothing. You gonna put my money on there tomorrow?
Do what, baby? Yeah, I'll
You
put
gonna
some
have-
money on there tomorrow. So will.
Try to have it before in the morning time if you can, too.
No, now, only thing we'll probably get off here in the night, that'd be the only reason I couldn't do it, but, I'll try every way that possible, I mean, any way possible that I can, okay?
No, since I had it on there in one day, it's my phone call, I borrowed one phone.
Who are you calling on the phone for?
Then I talked to Shannon once.
Oh, Shannon's still talking to you?
Yeah.
Everybody else has had a county, you know.
So what now?
I figured she was like everybody else in Decatur County, how did I go?
I don't care.
Hey, Bill, I want to ask you something, okay?
All right.
Dave, did you see me out there, you know?
Yeah.
Was she alive?
Yeah, she was live.
Oh, okay.
No, after that, I don't know what happened.
Huh?
After that, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I know you don't know what happened to you, I know that. I was just curious, I mean, I didn't know, I was just like, I didn't know, it really didn't bother me. I mean, did you see her, was she okay?
No, I didn't get to see no more. They run me out the house.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, sweetie, don't you worry about it, and you did the right thing, and, you know, I'm proud of you, and I love you, and, you know, it's gonna be me and you from here on out, baby.
No.
And, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way, son, and I love you.
Love you too.
Mommy will have you some money in the morning.
No, buddy.
So don't you worry, you look sweet. I meant to do it today, but I was so busy at work. And
Yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't know.
yeah, I just have so much on my mind. I've got all these music orders calling me, and blah, 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 and people texting me, and,
Yeah.
All right, my baby, when I get to work, okay.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too, baby. Listen, don't you worry about anything, okay, Bill?
Okay.
And, you know, just watch your back.
I will.
I love you, precious.
Love you too.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry? For English, press 1. For a collect call, press 0. For a debit call, press 1. Please enter your PIN number now. Please enter the area code and phone number you are calling now. Please hold. Please wait while your call is being connected. Hello, this is a prepaid call from
Dylan.
an inmate at the Obion County Jail. To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this call, hang up. Your current balance is $7.56. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tel-Link.
Night.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. Just got uneaten.
What'd you have?
I was skinny. I ain't the greatest in the world, but it's good.
Okay, baby. You know what?
What?
You know what? I love you. I
Love you
love
too.
you. You're my baby.
No.
I miss you so bad. guys wouldn't be together?
No, 10 years.
You gonna change your life around, baby?
Yeah.
No more drugs and no more stuff?
No.
You gonna do me right this time?
Yeah.
Okay, baby. I love you.
No, me too.
And you know what?
What?
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You did the right thing, sweetheart.
No, no. Alright.
So, you're not on lockdown or anything, are you?
No, no. I'm moving back to my pod.
Okay. What's the weather like there? It's like 72 here.
I don't know.
You put on any weight?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good, good. Paul told me to tell you that he loves you. Grandma told me to tell you she loves you.
Alright. Next time we talk, Paul, I should ask you about my money.
No, honey, you know, we're going through a real hard time right now. You just don't even understand. I mean, this is big, though, and this is really big. I just wish Zachary would talk. I just wish he would talk.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't want him to go down alone. I know he didn't do it by himself.
Because I heard they charged train today.
No. There's so many lies going around. But anyway, no, I can't ask Paul about that. Your Paul is just so distraught right now. He don't know what to do.
There's nothing he can do.
I know, but you can't make him believe that. But anyway, neither here nor there. No, I'll be giving you your money. Don't you worry about no money, okay? I'm gonna take care of you from this day forward. It's gonna be me and you, kid. You just hold your head up and go to church. You know, pray that Zachary will do the right thing, okay?
No, well.
I'm serious, though. Just pray.
I ain't gonna.
Pray he'll do the right thing.
No, well.
Okay, darling.
I love you.
I love you more than anything in this world.
Well, you put your get off here and take me a shower.
All right, sweetie.
No, I love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Do you remember law enforcement coming to speak with you on April 23rd of 2011? You were out of custody, April 23rd, 2011. You remember agents with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation coming and talking to you?
Don't remember.
You don't remember? Do you remember telling them that you slept until about 9:30 or 10 on the day that Holly Bobo was killed and raped or murdered?
I don't remember that.
And that you and Zach Adams went to the Shell station and then you went to the grocery store in Parsons. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that part? Okay. And fast forward to December of 2011, 8 months later, do you remember talking to officers that day?
I talked with him so much I don't remember when's what, and what's what.
You told them that you were in Parsons getting gas and groceries when Holly Bobo was kidnapped. Remember that?
I remember something like that. I don't remember.
Told them sorry?
I honestly don't remember. It's been so long.
Right. You told them that between 8 and 9 you're at the Shell station. Does that sound right?
Estimated time, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, it's been so long.
You told him that you then went to the food giant. Did you?
I don't remember.
Don't remember telling them that? Don't remember going? Which one?
Don't remember telling them that.
Okay. Do you remember going?
I don't remember going. It's been so long.
Sure.
You're looking over 11 years ago.
Right. And you also told him that you heard a rumor that your brother and Shane Austin were involved. You remember telling him that?
No, I don't remember telling them that.
Don't remember telling him that. Do you remember talking to Sheila Kilser about it?
Nope.
You remember telling her that you knew, that you'd
Nope.
seen Holly?
Nope.
So if she told that to the TBI, she wouldn't be telling the truth?
I don't remember telling her that.
Didn't tell her or don't remember?
I did not tell her that.
Did you talk to Sheila Kilser
No,
about
I did
Holly
not.
Bobo?
No, I did not.
Never.
Never.
Okay. All right. Do you remember in February of 2014, you were in the Obion County Jail? Mark Lewis and Brent Booth came to see you. Do you know those names? Does that mean anything to you?
I remember Brent Booth, but I don't know the other one.
Okay. They work for TBI?
I'm assuming they do.
All right. Do you remember telling them that you know your brother and Jason Autry are responsible?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that. All right. Did you tell them that on April 14th, Zach was scared? That he told you he loved you?
I don't remember that neither.
You don't remember that? That he was sorry that he threatened to kill you? Do you remember him telling you that on April 14th of 2011?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember telling TBI that?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember telling those officers with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation that you've heard your brother brag about this?
No, ma'am.
Okay. February 25th, 2014, do you remember telling officers of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation that Zach told me if I was ever questioned by police to say that we was with Shane that day?
No, ma'am.
Remember that?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember telling them that your brother has threatened to kill you 2 times?
No, ma'am.
You didn't tell him that?
No.
But you just said he's threatened to kill you.
Yes.
Okay. Threatened to kill you the day Holly was killed,
No.
and he put a gun to your head right after Karen Bobo had been to visit y'all. Remember that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you remember Miss Bobo talking to you?
It's been so long, I don't remember.
Don't remember that either. All right. Do you remember your brother bragging about raping Holly
No.
Bobo? Don't remember that either. Do you remember being asked if you had lied to the FBI?
No, ma'am.
And you told him I did.
I
You
don't
said,
remember
yep, I
that.
sure did. Remember that?
Nope.
Do you remember on February 27th of 2014, just a few days later, they came back to talk to you. You're still in the Obion County Jail. Are you still being housed with Jason Kilser? Is he
I
still
don't know.
there? Do you know?
I've had so many cellmates over the years, I've lost track of it.
Okay, all right. And that you saw scratches on your brother. Remember telling him that?
No.
Remember seeing scratches on your brother?
I've seen scratches on him many times.
What about the day that Holly Bobo was
I don't
murdered, raped,
know.
and kidnapped?
Nope.
You don't remember that?
Nope.
I could approach the witness, Your Honor. Show you exhibits 57, 58, and 59 for the trial. If you take a look at those, you recognize those?
Don't remember.
You don't remember that? Whose shoes are those?
It looked like something my brother would wear.
Which brother?
My big brother, the only brother I got.
Okay, all right, I can have those back then.
But
Yes, they're part of the record, but do you want us to reintroduce them? I think we'll just refer to them instead of clouding up the record with duplicates of things.
All right, and what part of the record are they in?
They're trial exhibit 57, 58, and 59. They were entered through Brian Young on September 12th of 2017.
Can the court see them?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Oh. Sorry, Your Honor. Trying to be hurrying and not
You can keep the question.
Thank you. Do you remember on March 3rd, 2014, just a few days later, officers with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation came to see you? Remember this? Let me guess, you don't remember, do you?
No, ma'am.
And you told them you weren't gonna recant, and that it's not right. You're sticking with what you've been telling them.
I don't
Remember
remember
that?
I don't
Do you
remember that.
remember every time you talked to the TBI?
No, I don't.
They had on the bottom of the piece of paper language that said, I know that sometimes in the future, I'm gonna have to come testify against my brother, and I'm okay with that. You remember that?
I don't remember that,
I
ma'am.
remember that. Then we fast forward to September of 2014, the interview that the court has seen. You remember that one?
I remember that.
So you remember
That's
the
the
one?
day I got arrested.
Sir?
That's the day I got arrested.
Right.
So of course that's gonna make burn in my brain.
You remember that one? What were you charged with right after that statement?
I don't remember. It's been so long. I'm not gonna lie.
You were charged with raping Holly Bobo
No,
after that statement.
I was not. At that time they had me under something else. I don't remember what it was, but it was not that.
Okay, well, if the record says differently, would you agree with that? Okay. And then in 2015, you were indicted again, correct? For what?
For kidnapping and murder and all that.
Kidnapping, murder, rape of Holly Bobo, correct?
Yep.
That was 2015. You pled guilty to those charges in 2018, correct?
I don't remember what year it was, but
Remember how much
it's been
time?
so long.
Sir?
I don't remember when it was. It's been so long.
Would you remember being in front of Judge McGinley?
I remember being in front of him, but I don't remember. I'm not good with months and days,
Okay.
cause they all run together for me.
Remember how much time you pled to?
Yeah, 35 years.
Okay. Do you remember your lawyer being there?
Yep.
Do you remember the judge asking you questions?
Vaguely.
Did he
Yeah.
ask you if you had any questions?
It seems like it, but it's been over 11 years. I mean, that
Did you tell the court you were doing this freely and voluntarily?
I don't remember.
Would it surprise you to learn that you did say that?
Wasn't surprised.
Okay. Do you remember pleading guilty in front of Judge Breen in federal court on your gun case?
I don't remember my judge's name.
Do you remember
Okay.
that judge asking you, do you have any questions, anything you want to share with the court, anything I need to know?
I don't remember that.
Do you remember saying no? I don't have anything else to say.
I don't remember.
You've listened to all those jail calls. Do you remember any of those?
No, ma'am.
You don't remember any of those?
Hey, you talking over 12 years ago. You gotta realize I've been locked up 12 years in 10 different county jails.
And you don't remember those conversations with your
I've
mother?
had hundreds of millions of conversations on jail phones.
Hundreds of millions of conversations on jail
Honey,
phones where you're telling...
I've been locked up
your-
12 years. I
Right.
mean,
We know you've been locked up a while. But
I mean,
how many
those-
conversations have you had with your mother when you talk about the rape, murder, and kidnapping of Holly Bobo?
I don't
And your
know.
involvement in it, and your brother's involvement in it?
I don't remember.
If I could have one moment, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna pass you. Can I approach?
Pass it up to.
Yes, sir. Let me see what you're passing. Which is IR 1944. This is a $13-page document, and I'm gonna flip it to the page that I want you to look at. If I entitled Consent to Search. Ask you if you recognize anything on that piece of paper. Is that your signature?
Doesn't look like my signature.
Somebody put your signature on there for you? Do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
remember consenting for your pickup truck to be searched?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? Are you John Dylan Adams?
Yes, ma'am.
If I can have
But
that
I
back.
can tell you that's not already.
Can we mark that for identification?
We will. For identification, Exhibit 12. Is it just gonna be that one page,
The whole packet, Your Honor.
13
I
pages?
believe it's 13, yes, sir. Yeah, can I have it back, please? You don't remember giving the law enforcement consent to search your truck? You don't remember that, okay. Do you remember in this statement telling them that Zach took your truck, brought your truck back empty?
I don't remember that. There's been so many different stories told, I don't know what's what now.
That you woke up on the day of Polly's murder and your truck was gone?
I don't remember
You
that.
don't remember telling them that? Okay. There's information in here as well. Was your grandmother's name Becky Adams?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's in here. Was your grandfather's name Dick Adams?
Yes, ma'am.
That's in here. Had she passed away back in 2011?
Seems like it. I don't remember.
Did your
Somewhere
dad
around,
I'm sorry?
somewhere around then, I guess she did.
Was your
I
dad,
don't remember.
was your dad Tim Adams?
Yes, ma'am.
That's in here as well. But you don't remember any of this?
No,
This
ma'am.
isn't you?
I don't remember none of that.
Your mother's got your mother's name Cindy Adams?
I don't remember.
Was she living in Georgia back then?
She may have.
You don't know where she was living?
No.
When you entered your guilty plea in this case to 35 years? I know. Who was your lawyer?
Matt Maddox.
Matt Maddox, remember that? Remember him standing up and making this statement? The defendant through counsel has stipulated that a material basis exists for the court to accept the guilty plea. You remember that?
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Mr. Maddox said that is correct. The court said, all right. Mr. Maddox said, Your Honor, the condition on this, on behalf of my client, John Dylan Adams, he would like to make a statement that to his knowledge, that he has no information that Holly Bobo or Clint Bobo was involved in any way or circumstances of this, of what occurred in the event. Do you remember that being important to you, for the family to know?
I don't remember
Let me
that.
guess, you don't remember, do you?
No.
I don't have anything else, Your Honor. Oh, yeah, and Your Honor, if we could mark the transcript, doesn't it? Next number is it?
13.
Yes, sir. And I have 13, yes, sir.
Objections to entering the transcript, Mr. Bates? Is that the transcript of the guilty plea?
I just didn't.
Yes.
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, we'll mark that Exhibit 13.
You want to see one of these?
If I may see identification 12.
Let's pass that back to Mr. Bates. I don't need to see the transcript. I was gonna take a look at, I don't need to see the transcript. She can keep that. And, I'll take a look at that after Mr. Bates is done with it. Now, while Mr. Bates is looking, Ms. Wyrick,
Yes.
all I got out of these three photos was it looks like a pair of shoes my brother might wear. So,
We're gonna link those up later, Your Honor, with the witness. But yes,
okay, then let's make them a part of this proceeding. Well, right now, they're for
Yes.
identification, Exhibit 14.
yes, sir. Thank you.
Now, are these the copies we can use?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's three photos that were originally trial exhibits 57, 58, and 59.
Ms.
I do not. And
For
Reporter,
identification,
The 14 is for identification. 13 is without objection, the transcript of the guilty plea proceeding.
Mr. Adams, you were asked, you said something to your mother I want to ask you about. This was in the winter of 2014. You said, "I've learned stuff about me I didn't even know." What did you mean by that?
They told me places that I've been that I didn't know I was about, basically.
On what was marked for identification number 12, there's handwriting that says, "On 2/14, I was asked about Holly Bobo by Jeff Jackson and Brent Booth for the TBI." And it continues on for 8 pages. I asked you to look at that and see if that's your handwriting.
He said it wasn't his handwriting.
He's already denied that
No,
being his handwriting.
Not on this part. This is on, they were asking a questionnaire answers.
I didn't ask him about that.
No, you're talking about this.
No, that's not his handwriting. Nobody's saying that's his handwriting.
Okay, I thought it was a questionnaire.
No.
Do you have any reason to know why a TBI officer was writing a statement for you saying "I"?
No.
Are these your initials?
No, sir.
Yeah, he didn't specifically look at those pages. Let's pass this back and let him take a look at it.
Oh, I'm not missing.
Those do? No?
My handwriting's a lot more sloppier than that.
Okay. I can get you a court reporter.
You're done with it, Mr. Bates?
I am done with that document for identification. Do you remember TBI coming in to Obion County to talk to you?
Yes, sir, quite a few times.
Was that after you had said that when you and Zach got into it, he would threaten to kill you?
I honestly don't remember, sir.
Okay. How many years has he threatened to kill you? When y'all would get into it?
I mean, ever since we've been little kids, we'd get into it, he'd tell me that, you know, but other than that, I know that he wouldn't follow through, he just, out of anger.
Okay. You were talking about how Dennis Benjamin made you feel those 4 or 5 weeks after. Do you remember how you felt when TBI was coming into your jail cell at Obion County?
I mean, really felt violated. I mean, to be honest with you. They had wires and everything else in my cell the whole time.
Did the things you tell TBI then, were they true?
No, it was not true.
You listen to recordings of talking to your mom. Were the things you were telling your mom true?
No.
You've seen the exhibits at trial of, which was the trial 57, 58, 59, of your brother with scratch marks. And I believe they're exhibit 14. That was. How odd was it to see scratch marks on Zach during this time frame?
I mean, I've seen them all my life over periods of different months, you know. It wasn't odd to see scratches on it.
Who told you that making these statements was, quote, doing the right thing? Do you remember who put that in your,
I'm assuming TBI.
your mom on the recordings, is that how she was treating you throughout this 2014 when you're in Obion County?
I don't remember.
All right, let me ask you this. How was your mom treating you when you were in jail?
She's always treated me good.
She told you on the recordings that she loved you.
No.
Did you have the ability to stay with her after you pled out?
No.
Why not?
They didn't give me that option.
No. As it relates to your mom and yours relationship, would you have felt safe living with your mom?
Yes.
And who didn't give you that option?
The TBI.
Have in front of you, Your Honor.
Let me make sure I understand this. Everything you told law enforcement since February 23rd of 2011, everything you've told law enforcement has been a lie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And everything you said to your mother in those calls was a lie?
Yes, ma'am.
Why were you crying?
Because she made me feel bad. I mean,
By
you
telling
heard,
you
you
she-
heard, you heard the way she was talking to me. I mean,
You just said your mother treats you great and she loves you and you wanted to go live
you
with
might,
her.
you might see that.
Let me finish my question. Why were you crying if that was a lie?
I mean, if your mother talked to you that way, would you not cry?
She told you she loved you.
After she gave you an ass chewing.
What
I
part
mean-
of that was an ass chewing? She said you did the right thing. She said over and over, honey, we're gonna be together. It's gonna be you and me. You did the right thing, Dylan. If she said it once, she said it 100 times. You did the right thing, son. I'm so proud of you. Why were you crying?
I don't have an answer for that.
Nothing further.
Mr. Bates?
No, redirect, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Adams, thank you for your testimony, sir. Step down. Mr. Gentry, thank you for your presence today.
You can excuse it.
I believe Mr. Adams can be excused, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.